Welcome back to the Honest Bunch. I said welcome back because you don't taste small. Una no go vex for us, I beg. You know, say you good make person dey emotionally intelligent. And because we care about you and we know you care about us, we had to read the political barometer, the mood of the nation. Make we no come put out episode when we say, you come dey watch and they don't say, okay, I want to know where they are going to with this episode. So we understand the time. So we say, we'll take breaks more. But we are back. We missed you people. See me. I have fever because we are not on your screen every Monday. But do not worry. We will not leave you. And today promises to be an interesting episode because we thought about your interest and we carefully planned the subject of discussion. Welcome to the Honest Bunch, guys. Refreshed by Pasabitas. And we have a new partnership. And we are super excited. Gamic. What is Gamic? Gamic is a platform for content creators and gamers. And you know what is interesting about Gamic? You see Nedu won't allow to the drag. It's easier for you to drag him now. You can message him and say, Nedu, where are you? Drop location. I will deal with you. It's really very easy to get close to us because the Honest Bunch has a community on Gamic now. Gamic, Gamic. So it's easier for you to reach out to us. As I talk like this now, if you want to talk to me back, if you want to talk to me direct, go on Gamic. Check out our community. And, you know.
If you want to talk to me, don't go around the
corners. Don't go around the corners. Go to Gamic. Direct. So click on the link in the description to join our community and let's build this bond and this relationship so that it will be tighter. So the introduction of the usual suspects, I'm going to start from the extreme right. Ladies and gentlemen, she's super intelligent. She's black-skinned. She's beautiful. When she says, yes, stop, everybody agrees with her. Deity Cole!
Hi, guys.
This Fushia Pink, Abby.
Stop.
Fukush Pink. Ladies and gentlemen, another very strong woman. Ochire Chichi, Ada Chief, representing Aba, the ancient city. Make some noise for Ezinne Mommy. Show them your... No, this one.
Ada Chief one.
Ada Chief one. And ladies and gentlemen, he's our leader. We respect him. We love him. He's the fulcrum that holds the Honest Bunch. He has been the fall guy for a very long time. He's our bulletproof. When they point guns at us, he comes forward and saves the day. He's the Superman of the Honest Bunch. Ladies and gentlemen, my leader, Nedu Official. Nedu Official. You have undergone social media baptism.
It's still Nedu Wazubia. That's why I had to put that video. It is as people put that video. People think I'm answering Nedu Wazubia because I was working with Wazubia FM. That's not why. Because I speak Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. Nice. That's why I answer Nedu Wazubia.
So the Wazobia is now official.
It's official. So it's Nedu Wazobia still. So you can still call me Nedu Wazobia, regardless of the fact that my Instagram handle now is Nedu_official.
Yes.
It doesn't really...
Interesting. And yours truly. Let's delve straight into the conversation. Now, I am sure that for those who follow the Honest Bunch podcast religiously, you will know that we prioritized the general elections. And so when it was about going out to obtain your PVC or registering to participate or encouraging you to participate actively in the elections, we are at the forefront. Now, the presidential and national assembly elections have come and gone. Make everybody calm down. Now, this country be the only country we'll get. Let's keep at it. Those who want to seek redress are going to follow the judicial process. And at the end of the day, we would come to a logical conclusion. I don't want to talk too much. Now, the gubernatorial and House of Assembly elections were scheduled for the 11th day in the month of March, but they don't postpone them. Now, it is interesting that every election cycle, something that is commonplace in our society becomes even more prominent. And what am I talking about? Tribalism. Now, when we talk about tribalism, ideally, you're looking at the state or fact of being classified or organized in a tribe or tribes. Now, while having a strong affinity for your group, your party, or your tribe is not a problem, that natural tendency to distinguish between in-group from out-group and have this preferential treatment to the former has resulted in perhaps the most outrageous human behavior in history. If you are conversant with history and you go back to Rwanda, my brother, what in those people see, not be what people they pray for. Now, in every election cycle in Nigeria, this conversation comes up. Oh, you are from this part, you are from here. Although we deal with it on a daily basis, but it becomes even more prominent during elections. And today we're discussing this scourge that has eaten deep into our society with the understanding that we have a young population, people who maybe have not left their primary place of origin or residence, but they have friends far and wide because of the advent of social media. And we're looking at this problem and how we can find a lasting solution to it. Whether it is in recruitment, tribalism, they enter. You're searching for an apartment, tribalism, they enter. Some people in their daily life, some people's dreams have been cut short because of the tribalistic nature of some other people. And today we're going to hash these problems. We're going to tell ourselves the truth. We're going to speak truth to power. And hopefully, at the end, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise beyond primordial sentiments of tribe and ethnic background. Thank you.
Praise the Lord.
So,
back.
so good. Sorry. I think a very good place to start is to ask and gauge personal experience. Has anyone experienced tribalism?
Oh, well, we have in this our job we have experienced tribalism countless of times. The one that comes to mind that I'm sure that you are aware of. There was one time. I mean, we live in Lagos, innit? And it happens almost all the time. Now, there's this friend of mine that works in an agency, or these media agencies that in media houses that would call you, okay, we're consulting for this brand, come and do content for this brand, come and do content for this brand. So this particular agency, the Lagos State government gave them something to do. I can't remember what this thing was about. From the description of what they needed to be done, it was only us that could do it.
The characters,
like not like as a person. It was only the characters that could do it.
That could effectively convey that message.
Convey that message. It was that character. The guy kept pushing for it until one day they now had the guy will talk, they will push him out. The guy will talk, then go push him out. Until they now called for a physical meeting. The guy called them saying, Nedu, I go call you, I go put on for speaker. I go put the other guy, I go call you, I go drop the phone. Maybe they hear within the other guy they talk. Now dropped it. I was hearing everything. Guys, yes, I know, but no, not give him. Now Yoruba, not be Yoruba, not give him. Not be Yoruba, not give him. I'm sorry, I'm being straight up honest. I don't know how to, man, not vex. I know Sabi paint words. Not be Yoruba, not give him. Carry him, give so person. I don't want to mention their names. Can give so person. So when I hear those things, the guy was not telling him, but this other person not get the reach where this person gets. This other person not get conversion rate where this person gets. Now, maybe you want to achieve this thing. This person not go only do content for you, may go reach the people when it be say you want make it reach. This person go also talk about top radio. This person go also took him in for a TV show. They say, no, leave him. Give now Yoruba.
So it wasn't even about capacity or competence.
It wasn't about competence or capacity. And let me tell you something also. A lot of entertainers that are not from this part of town will tell you the same thing. A lot of entertainers that are Igbo will tell you the same thing. I don't want to mention names. You guys, all of you know these entertainers. In my top of my head, I can think of 4 that I've sat down and had conversation with. Nedu, say when you not be these people, they go like that. And they do check this music TV station. See the people they play their music pass. They do check this music. See the people they play their music pass. And they do song where they quick blow. Now song where they put Yoruba inside. That's why if you check most artists these days, I hear these things. And if you call sometimes, in as much as you don't want to believe these things, you can't sit down. Make I check them. You can't check and go say true. Not true. Now, it might be it might be passive, it might be active, but one way or the other, we suffer them. And it's when they tell me this, when we started this whole thing, in my mind I'm like, look at me. I speak Igbo, I speak Hausa, I speak Yoruba. I consider myself a Nigerian. in fact, to be quite honest with you, I consider myself more of an Hausa person than an Igbo person. To be quite honest with you.
You were born and raised in Kaduna.
I was born and raised in Kaduna. So I consider myself more of an Hausa person. In fact, I act more of like an Hausa person than an Igbo person, to be quite honest with you. I just have an Igbo name and I speak Igbo. In fact, I even speak in my house. I speak more Yoruba in my house. I don't speak Igbo in my house. I speak more Yoruba in my house. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when they talk this at first, I'm like, Baba, I never reach like that because I always don't see bottlenecks. I always don't see challenge. I always see stepping stones. I believe they're waiting there. Let's make ourselves so good that they will not ignore you. So it didn't count to me. Baba, now until that thing happened and others happen.
So the personal experience, now you open your eye.
I open my eye. I did not believe, even if the people they tell me left, right, and center, say, it happen. These artists were in my mind. A-list artists, 4 of them. 4 of them.
I haven't really had any
personal experiences.
I hear it. I have never. Because all my life I've lived in the East. From growing up in Aba, then went to Maya, Federal Government Girls College, then ABSU. Youth service was the only thing that took me out of Abia. Yes. And I was determined. I even had fights with my father. I said, I'm living here. I don't want to be. I want to go and experience. Because my mom served in Jigawa. And she had a lot of beautiful stories to tell about.
When your mama served for Jigawa?
My mom served in 1990.
Okay. I want to say my mama now.
So she had a lot of beautiful stories to tell. In fact, my dad used to travel from Aba to go to Jigawa and visit her. And those people, in fact, she had roommates that whenever my dad comes, they would leave the place for them. So they will
give them space
so that they can.
They
can copulate.
I don't know.
Maybe like Jigawa they carry your belly.
This is a disclaimer. Okay, so but growing up, there was this time I was coming back from school one time, but it was like a religious. We can't take away religion. It will definitely enter this discussion.
Okay.
It was a religious riot. Igbo people in Aba, they were telling Yoruba people, Hausa people to leave because they were killing the Igbos in Kanu. So Igbo people in Aba, they were telling...
Reprisal attack.
Yes. They were telling... I was coming back from school. In fact, our school bus, we had to put solidarity stuff.
Yeah,
the leaves. Yeah.
Military
and guess what? That day, my dad traveled to Port Harcourt. And my dad is a one Nigeria person. So he wore what do they call? Babariga and everything. On his way coming back, he cited, you'll be getting information on the express between Port Harcourt and Aba. My dad had to remove his clothes, fold it and put it under the seat of his car. He wore singlet and boxers. As he were coming, they say, "You want Hausa?" And my dad said, I'm your brother. I just went to pick something because he was approaching Osisioma that time. He said, "You went to pick something." They say, "Okay, if you see them, kill them." My father came home. That was my first, I won't say, I was young that time. But imagine we had siblings, and I know that people had siblings in Kanu. Imagine how they were feeling that time. They were killing people. They were bringing them back to the East inside lorry. My dad was shaking when he came home that day. Imagine he didn't get that information on time. They wouldn't even ask him. Once they saw that Babariga, they would start macheting him.
Hey, God, I beg
you. This is what
dress code
it has done.
Oh, dress code has killed a lot of people, especially in Kaduna. I mean, Tone wanted to say something before Tone talks. Now, the thing is, I need everyone to understand this. This thing is not peculiar to Igbo, Yoruba, Igbo. It's everywhere. Even Igbo people, they do their own give Yoruba. Trending on social media last week or last 2 weeks, we saw it. Where do some say, hey, those of us are waiting for Lagos, hey, Igbo people, get out. But we all work together to develop a particular, for us. Now together we be Nigerians. It's so bad that, what are we talking about? There are some landlords that will not allow you to rent their house or to use their property if you are from a particular sect, particular tribe, they will not allow you. But you see one people that I love very much, no matter what happen. You see Hausa people. Now, you can go to Hausa people get their own for body. Everybody get their own for body. There are some Hausa people that will tell you now only in own people, now in one day employ. You know I employ another person. But experiences growing up, I served in Jigawa State as well. I grew up in Kaduna, lived in Abuja for a while before moving to Lagos. If you go an average Igbo man office, our own day, our body, I'm not gonna lie, give you. Go an average Igbo man office. I dare anyone to try this. You have your qualifications and everything. Go there. I have tried this. Go an average Igbo man office and go and say, good afternoon, sir. How gathering in Amosa? Biko, asem kambia chono. He go first tell you, why are you speaking vernacular in my office? Are you mad? Why are you speaking that? But I swear to you, the same thing for Yoruba man, most of them. I don't know. For a few where I don't hear, I haven't seen. But Igbo man, I know. But if you see someone where I don't see, I don't experience, all you need to do is come on, you they bend down or begin to tell they say, ranka they would let the kagane and na nema aichi. Whether in get the work to give you or not get the work to give you, it go cost somebody. Kai sule kanada aichi, it go cost somebody we could give you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I love about them. Now I served in Jigawa State. You go markets. This one don't happen to me countless of times. Go market, go buy something. Because you wear white and white or white and jeans or whatever. I not feel countermental as why I don't go buy things for markets. Change not there. You could give 1,000. Change not there. Maybe the change you're supposed to collect is supposed to be like 400 or 500. Because change not there. Need to go there. Cover. About they'll come market every time. No problem. Go. When I come back next time, I'm gonna give you the money.
True.
You carry the money. Sometimes you can't do that. They are so trusting and so homely and so accommodating. They'll tell me, Karango. I remember the time when they be say, Okada, Doris for the compound where they stay. Doris carry 1,000, give Okada, man. Then Doris get Tikibo accent. Say, make you go help am, go market, go buy something. Okada man, go market, come back, come give her the thing. Okada man where you don't know. But you see, over the years, most of them, when even they themselves, don't come here. As they don't come here, they don't use their eyes see. They don't use tribalism take even enter them. So the things don't come spoil them. You go say on time go they call how many people inside this bus? 5 people and 1 mullah. So it don't come enter their head, whether you like them or not. When person do something to you, one way or the other, you go begin to see yourself, they want to do the same thing back. Now, even those way they very good, we pack them Okada inside truck, come Lagos, may they can't live that life where they're supposed to live, their life where they know normally. When they see things where they happen, then go change. You know, go feel call any outside Okada man now, give them 5K, say go market, go buy something. You know, go see them again.
Bye-bye.
You know, go see them again. You go enter Okada for Jigawa, you go enter Okada from the place where they live, you go enter Okada. If you enter Okada, I swear to you, the last time where I checked that thing where I give these G's, imagine say you enter Okada from CMS to where I go call now, ShopRite for inside Lekki Phase 1. They go collect 50 naira. And outside man, then oh Jesus.
Okay, so part of the issues to me, part of the issues that are contributing to this stuff, we see our religion.
Oh, religion plays in
And the
big,
people
big
I'm
job,
going to
big
point out that they are the worst when it comes to religions, the Hausa people. I'll point them out. Nobody can talk against their religion or their belief or go against their belief. They are definitely going to harm that person. So when we have people thinking that way and always acting that way, tribalism is even little compared to that type of issue. Because now you spoke about accommodating Hausa people are. How lovely they are, but talk against their religion. Say something of no matter who you are, or they are definitely going to
against the religion. Who send you?
No, it's not really talking against. Maybe you say something like you don't agree with
blasphemy.
a certain.
It's blasphemy.
You get they are extremists. They themselves they are not okay. I'm sorry, I have little Hausa blood in me, so I'm allowed to even talk like this. They are not okay as well, and there are some things people say to trigger other people. I'm coming back to what I've been seeing lately in Lagos that has been going on again. Yoruba and Igbo people. I'm a Lagosian. I'm from Lagos Island, and somebody is coming to tell me that Lagos is not for Yoruba people. It's no man's land. I'm sorry. How can I go? Can I go to the east and say that maybe a particular side is no man's land, is Igbo. So there are some things that are triggering people as well. So I'm not saying what the Yorubas are doing, that they want to start fighting and start killing Igbo people or start killing anybody from other tribes is the right thing. No, it's not. But can you stop yourself from saying certain stuff that doesn't make sense? That one too is part of it. It's contributing to this. I've not experienced tribalism face to face. I haven't experienced it. But when it comes to maybe the Hausa people have experienced it a bit, because they'll look at you that what are you wearing? You are not as what's the name? You are not well covered. You are not as religious as we are. Meanwhile, they are doing the worst set of things. They are doing the worst things in this country.
As don't talk this, you are not well covered. I remembered. This is a sad experience. I wish I did not remember this. I grew up in Kaduna. Kaduna is my home. When I'm going home, I go to Kaduna.
KD.
I go to KD. That's the home for me. For that place, my mama and papa still stay. P5 Gora Street. Sister Rhoda, my mom's friend, was killed in Kaduna. Now, Sote, she has, I think, 3 daughters, I 2 daughters, I cannot remember. The thing affected the 2 daughters. After he affect the man, he can't define how the man take they do things. For example, now when that Zangon Kataf riot happened, that was how they killed her. Now another person we go point, either then get issues, they're not settle issues. And another outside person go point and say, see this one, and then kill that one too. I don't want to go ahead and talk about how he affected, but everybody gets his own experience. The experiences are very, very different. Because the next compound, my compound where they live now, P5, P2, no, P3, the compound before our own. Na Bashiga. You need to call Bashiga, no entry, no entry. So before you enter, nobody, you can't even enter. You can't, except na person waiting inside the compound. Dragging one Alaji we get like 6 wives. But I ain't put all of them there.
No wonder.
I ain't put all the wives there. So for them, they are so accommodating that now them, they even stop other people from coming to attack anybody inside our street. You understand? So the experiences can be peculiar and they can be different. Another thing I want to say, going back to what Toun said, that people should not be... Thank God, sir, not talk more about that killing. Because
they carry me go where I don't know.
I didn't want to start changing everybody's emotion because it's crazy. Now, that people should stop saying some things. See, Kamakuro, our parents have a major role in this.
To play.
Our parents, I believe, say, they follow cause most of this problem.
But wait,
you know why I'm saying this thing? He gets some parents when he be say, you get issue when they grow up with Yoruba person. You don't tell your daughter, say, you can never
have anything to do with
you with any Yoruba man. I can never see you with any Yoruba man.
I heard that.
So you have, whether you like them or not, whether they do you anything, they not do anything, you have that animosity already. You have that quarrel where you don't know where it come from already.
Inherited beef.
Imagine a place where you could meet everyone.
What?
Gamers, designers, musicians, teachers, creators, developers, artists, just about everyone.
A place where there's a space for everyone to chat, belong, create, and prosper.
Gamic.
Connect to your social, your wallet, your people.
We've created a space.
Make it yours.
Gamic.
But wait, if the tendency to show preferential treatment to one person as against the other, maybe because you come from the same place, is somewhat like a natural phenomenon. Don't you think that from personal experience, it can also influence how people pass information or teach other people. You be mention Sister Rhoda and how that incident can affect the way when we say the papa can they train his own children. I think that it's natural. In this part, we call it tribalism. You know, in other crimes, now racism, a serious problem. Just because whether one person is Caucasian and the other person is not, you know, of the same skin color, you act in a certain way. And it's a major problem. Let's not even forget about, you know, the whole movement, Black Lives Matter, and how the death of George Floyd sparked riots across the United States of America.
Xenophobia.
You know?
Yeah.
If we come down to South Africa, xenophobia. Right now, as we speak, in Tunisia, people who are dark-skinned, even though we have
people
the
of
same
color.
Yeah, well, our own color and our color.
They're all of color.
You know, even when the president, they don't accuse the president, say some of his utterances, now they result in
racism
in those kind of situations. And don't forget that we're Africans. You get, but maybe because our complexion different, it cause problem. Now what I want to ask this thing. Say,
talking about complexion, I want to talk something before you ask this question. It shocks me how the West have been able to sell this idea to everybody, believing that we are white and black. Nobody is white and nobody is black. We are all shades of brown. Everybody is flipping brown. Even the whites. Go check all the shades of brown. Carry your phone, check shades of brown. Nobody is a white human being. Now just because now you don't come make and look say, oh, black na evil, white na good, black witch, good witch, black
anything black has to do
anything
with
black is
devil.
bad. Anything black is bad. Oh, black, even for drama, angel,
morning, black cloth.
Morning, black. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think it has been something they systematically the program so that it can be easy to control people for a long time. We are all shades of brown. I be another shade of brown. You be another shade of brown. Chukwu is a darker shade of brown. Person where you say black, where black chocolate, what does it look like? Is it not black in your eye? But it's brown. Even the person where you see it as Caucasian is the lightest part of brown.
I was even going to say,
and we breathe the same flipping air.
I was even going to say, you know how we in Nigeria, we are fighting ourselves, tribalism and all that. And when we go outside, we complain that they are racist. How? You people are not even united already. So, you know, say, now wait till you call your mama, now people go call them. Una no dey together. So, I'm looking at you like, okay, so what can you do? What can you do? You're not, and then what happened to us celebrating Obama? Obama came from Kenya.
Kenyan descent.
And became a president of America. And we're all happy. So why are we fighting ourselves?
Assassin talk this thing. Chukwudi, you have traveled out of this country a couple of times. Countless of times. Why is it easy for you to call in another Nigerian your brother when he's not in the shores of the country?
Thank you.
But when he's out of Nigeria, he's not your brother.
So now waiting I will be one ask that time because he go appear and say this thing now. Now waiting people deliberately sow.
Yes, it's
and
a
now
systematic thing.
And now the consequences now with the reap.
Yes.
Like for example, you know, I recall in his canvassing for votes, the Labour Party presidential candidate, spoke glowingly about his relationship with the current Sultan of Sokoto and how they were friends. I don't see people when go talk say when they were in federal government college, they met in federal government college. These are people who grew up outside their primary place of origin, met with other people, became great friends. And they see Senator Shehu Sani when go to talk about the time when in day school with some people. And I go, they wonder what in exactly that problem can be. Now, while like we have said that it's a natural phenomenon somewhat, it would appear like some people deliberately sow that seed of discord to create problems because they know that if we are united, it will be difficult for them to manipulate us.
Exactly.
Like, for example, look at what we are dealing with today. People wake up as early as 4 a.m. to go and queue for fuel. People buy the naira, your small money when they bank, to get them, you go buy them. I never see where person they face maybe Igbo naira scarcity, Yoruba naira scarcity.
We are united in suffering.
We are united in the consequences of the failure of governance and the irresponsibility of those who are supposed to administer over our administrative affairs using our resources, we all suffer the consequences. Take, for example, the accident that happened in PWD area. The train no shout, say, all the people that are Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa, jump out. The accident happened, people lost their lives, and, a lot of families have been thrown into mourning, or people would have to, endure certain inconvenience to take care of their sick or injured brothers. So I think that it is a construct that is created and foisted on the society by the political class to create problems in the society.
Okay, can I say something about that? I feel we Nigerians, we know the right things and the wrong things. We know what we are meant to be doing or not. Because if the president of the country that is an Hausa man can congratulate someone that is an Igbo man that represented Nigeria out of the country, and the person won, you are congratulating the person that, oh, thank you. They are not saying this person is from Igbo or this person is not from my tribe. So I know we know the right thing. Why is it that it's only when the good things are happening that we tend to encourage each other? When the bad things are happening, we don't think that way. We don't think that way that, oh, don't let us see tribe, don't let us see color. Let's come together and let's fight this particular thing. We don't think that way. Sorry, sir. And do you know another thing that I noticed? If you're on Twitter, you see this a lot. If now our president-elect, imagine other countries trolling us that, oh, look at your presidents. Now, some Nigerians, they are still, the people that they don't want that particular president, they are still pained that how can another country be trolling us? They are trolling the country back.
Yes.
So we know the right thing. So why are we fighting against each other when we know we can come together and fight against all of these things?
No,
doesn't make sense.
There's something Toad said. It can't remind me of you look at Gislova a lot. You see Gislova posts. Now, Chukwudi pointed out something to me the other day about people where they even follow Gislova. They drag Gislova.
Yeah.
Now, why were they dragging Gislova? Now, then go bring Gislova. Shout out to Gislova, though. Shout out to Gislova. No, I mean, shout out to whoever. No, I'm serious.
Violence headquarters.
That person, whoever runs that thing is flippant. He's a fucking smart person. I know why I'm saying this thing. You understand? I know why. Now, you go see, all of them go unite in dragging somebody. Another person, okay, this person marriage, let us drag it. This person, let us drag it. Let us drag it. But when the Homewreckers Association, but when it can't come to this love, and you people are united with this lover, you are happy with this lover. When this lover now comes out and says something about the
tribe.
One candidate and tribe, you were dragging the person because it does not go with what you want.
Even just brought it out to talk about.
So it means that we know the right things.
We know the right things. That's what I'm saying.
But what's it called? The cause evil spirit.
Back to what I talk. We have been programmed over time to take things that we should not. And those things have become right. For example, let me give this perfect example before I go back to what I'm saying. If I carry this phone now and I call Aditone, Tone is in the house. I can see Tone. What's up? Kilonje, what are you eating? Tone tell you, she's eating amala. Who there your bag there? Now how's material? Wait till you they eat. No, you just finish eat now. Kinikon. Wait till you call and say, person goes, I never see this before. How were you able to talk to these people? Because technology new. But you go meet Baba. Baba say, I want to know what in Tone they do now. Baba go open plate. Do you. Oh yeah. He show you. You call him Juju. How have you so why is this technology and this juju? Why is this not the same thing as technology and this being technology as well? Now, going back to the same example, Jesus Christ inside Bible, when Jesus Christ bend down, carry sand, pour spit, rub for the eye of the person way blind, the person see. Right now, what will you call that? You call him juju. Now, when Elijah... Miracle. Hold on. When Elijah tell Naaman, say, Naaman, you get leprosy. Go inside water. Go dip back. Yourself 7 times. Dip yourself 1, come out. Dip yourself 2. Dip him 7 times, you go do okay. Right now, what you go call him? You go call him juju. Because over time, the way I will blame the West for everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're to be blamed.
Why I also blame them and respect them is these people, they can plan for 1,000 years ahead.
No, but wait, wait, before you blame the West. You gave the example of we going outside and seeing ourselves as brothers.
I don't want to lose my chain of thought. Before I say I also blame the West and I also give kudos to them. What am I giving the kudos to them for? Because then they fit plan 1,500 years ahead. Whether then they're alive or not, they don't set the ball rolling. Which takes me back to what I'm saying. You, where they there, think am. Why do you think, why do you think at night, fear no go catch you to, during the day, fear no go catch you to go down your backyard. But night, fear go catch you. Fear, if they give you a red biro, make you write. He go say no, I can't write anything red biro. Give me blue biro.
When did that thing start? I just grew up and I met him.
You go see white and black. You say no, I beg. Give me white. White is for angel can never wear black in this. You go see devil. They go say devil na evil na for night witch they waka na witch they fly. You can never see story where they go say then catch witch for during the day. Even your church has gotten to the point where they say for you to pray and wrestle against flesh and blood is going to be by midnight.
Yeah.
Then go tell you say like as I mentioned earlier, white hackers, they are the good hackers. The black one are the evil one. It has eaten so deep into us that the Western people, white people, we see them as better.
And the funny thing is that they're not feeling that way. They brought it.
No, because their forefathers. Now, okay, for example, do you know how systematic the thing has been? For example, the owners of a football, if people know the football, like Liverpool Football Club, the money they take from Liverpool Football Club, not slavery money.
Wow.
Go and do your research. Check. A lot of people don't even know that they are funding slavery. I'm not trying to sow any discord seed or anything. I'm just trying to say that this thing has been planned from day one. And these people constantly have been doing this thing to keep you the blacks under and them being on top. As we there for this glitch now. So now, as we did here, we're in the Glitch Africa studio. Shout out to Best and Gift and everything. If somebody from Oyibo, white Caucasian person, comes here and say he knows how to handle camera, and 4 other blacks comes here and say they know how to handle camera, trust me, whether you like it or not, consciously or unconsciously, you want to give that attention.
As expatriates.
Expatriates. And you will pay the expatriates more.
In dollars, though.
In dollars. So, I think it has been a systematic thing. But now the funny part is, like I said earlier, when we go New York, you get one time me and Chukudi, one waka, I tell Chukudi, we come up for where we stay. I say Chukudi, more straw. Baba say nothing. We stroll go small. No, say fear they catch Chukudi. I say Chukudi, let's stroll. Chukudi waka so small. Baba, more go back. I say why? Don't they fear? May they not do drive-by shooting? But guess what? As we now went back to the hotel, as we enter inside hotel, waiting make us day downstairs more because we saw Two-Face, Gabriel Suswan. We saw our Nigerian people. Oh, my brother, where you come from? He became your brother. But immediately you landed Nigeria,
he becomes
your enemy.
Middle belt, and you are Eastern.
Facts.
So the problem is within Nigeria.
The problem is we should start intermarrying ourselves.
But we do that already now.
It's not enough. Let's marry.
Our mentality. No, Chukudi, as we take talk, our mentality needs to change. Just like you mentioned, Chukudi, this naira way not there. Now be only for Igbo people, not be only for Yoruba people. Now for everybody. The funny part be said, why? Oh, Madam Gift, please allow me to say this. If I get out, I will say it. Why? It be said when it comes to wiping, when it comes to fucking, no, they think.
Yoruba men, they will leave us alone.
If you squatting, you can either see. This tribalism thing, where would they talk?
You know it's there.
Hold on. Leave this tribalism nonsense where they talk. My brother, when you want to wipe, do you think if the Bakus is Yoruba or Hausa, as long as I the Bakus na Bamuri, if it's bringing water for you, oh, you are happy. Why don't you think about that time? Another thing I want to point out, you have a lot of things to say, but let me say this thing also. On this tribalism thing, you see this tribalism thing, we'll start for this topic. Not be one episode we go do one. We go do episode, we go call people where they come discuss for this episode. You understand? I see one tweet where somebody talks, say, if we're talking about election, a tweet of election, Igbo people should not be talking about this is Lagos. Allow we Yoruba people to discuss what we want to discuss. I'm like, oh wait. Oh, they say, okay, this candidate, he's an Igbo person, he has an Igbo name. Now I can't see person go do research, bring out someone where I see
Ugonna. No, but that one now somebody when they mischievous.
Go see whether not real or not. I don't.
Wikipedia page.
Now another thing where consign tribalism where I want to talk, whether you like it or not.
consciously or unconsciously, or live a conscious or non-conscious thinker. Why you think, say, when you be music artist, if you do other part of the country, you will not blow?
I don't think that's tribalism.
No. I know where they go with that.
I don't think it's tribalism.
It is.
I think it's the market. I don't think it's
exactly.
tribalism.
I
I think it's the market.
Who controls the market?
No, it's not who controls. What
your
you
song
consume.
bangs.
If you do what people will consume, I don't think it's. I don't think that one is
so.
tribalism.
Because
for
there are
example,
people-
I stand corrected.
They
I
even
stand
dance to
corrected.
Zazu,
I stand
and they don't
corrected.
even-
I stand corrected.
this place,
I stand corrected.
nightlife for here.
And most of
they
the things,
thrive
most of the things
as
they said
against
in that
other
song
places.
is against their
And
religion.
then
You wanted to say something about.
No, I was going to say that. Okay, for that one, for me, I don't think it's tribalism. While it might be a problem, because maybe some people enjoy an edge. No, you don't need to agree with the enlightened people. While
Nah, mistake.
while some people might say certain people enjoy, certain people have an edge. The truth is not the market, and if you create what people will consume, I don't think it's about where you are from.
Yeah, right.
Then I also think that for some people, like I said, it's interest. When you know that this would benefit you and you can exploit or manipulate people using what divides them, they will do it. Like, for example, in certain parts of Africa, the colonial masters used divide and rule. So we had northern Nigeria, southern Nigeria. Then there was the amalgamation. Even at independence, if you check Nigeria over time, you would hear southern Nigeria and northern Nigeria. And it was a prominent feature in these elections where you had some people saying it must come back to the south because the north have had 8 years. Now, so people talk about equity, fairness, and justice. In all honesty, when you talk about equity, fairness, and justice, is it about the classification or the ethnic background of the person? For example, if the person who represents me, gives me ample representation, and I can see the impact of what they do, I will not care about where they are from. And let me even tell you what is funny. This has eaten too deep in the society that we don't know what is coming. Do you know that in some parts of Nigeria, if the governor is Catholic, the deputy must be Anglican? No, this is what they tell you now. Fact. If the governor is Catholic, the deputy governor must be Anglican. In fact, in Enugu State, where I come from, I saw a video of somebody who is who should be considered an elderly person, speaking about one of the gubernatorial candidates and referring to the person's grandfather. He said that the person's grandfather came from another state in the southeast of Nigeria to Enugu State, and then the person is vying for office. Do you know that in some parts of Nigeria, the one I know of in the southeast, we have had governors say they are going to evaluate the work status of some people in the civil service because they come from another state. Even in the south of Nigeria, somebody who had worked in the civil service for years, for decades, and rose to the point where she was supposed to be the state attorney general. They said that she should go back to because her husband is from another part of Nigeria. So I think that it is a road that has eaten deep in our society, and whether we like it or not, until we all accept the fact that whether consciously or unconsciously, it is our body. And we need to unlearn a lot that we have learned and be conscious in trying to deal with it. We are going to be deceiving ourselves. The landlord, when go look you talk, say, whether an agenda, whether an ethnic background, whether an religion, he no one give this person house. No be whether the person no fit afford to pay. Granted, he don't get experience in the past, but you cannot classify a people based on their ethnic background because of 2, 3, 4, or even 10 past bad experiences. I understand that it can be a factor, but the truth is, you would also, the chances are there would be hasty generalization because you would think this is what all of them are.
I think that what we need to do as a people is first to unlearn, like you said. Clear our minds. The 3 major tribes, yeah? Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. And there is something each tribe is known for, like generally. When you see Igbo person, you say, these people like money. You see Hausa, na Mumu people. You see Yoruba, then dirty. It's in our subconscious when you just look at the person, because this is what everybody is saying. And that has done a lot of harm. Because you might want to move into, and a Yoruba person might want to move into an Igbo person's house. They say,
Do
do you understand? And if I hear it, if somebody eavesdrops, or maybe the person that is coming to get the house eavesdrops on you, maybe discussing with your wife that she's going to all the dirty. How would it make the person feel? And then maybe the person gets a house tomorrow, and an Igbo person is coming to.
The person.
What are you coming to do?
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a
They
vicious
don't trust
cycle.
Igbo people.
It's
Yoruba
a vicious
people.
cycle.
They
So
say that.
you see this thing where is in the talk. It is just the whole truth. I've not seen it happen, but I've heard. And Igbo man no go one give you. How many? And you see this thing because we will keep turning and turning. We go to as Chukuri TikTok. We are all deceiving ourselves. I remember when Goodluck Jonathan and one come out, we Buhari, our president Buhari want do election or something. We one contest or something. I try word for word. Within the person talks, when it be our own, mokuna tifuna own too. Leave us now with my. No, but it's for the general interest of everybody in the country that we elect the right person. Why can't you guys see beyond this ethnic and religion bias? Why can't you see beyond it? Because the truth is, anybody will enter as a governor or as a president. Where if
they represent everybody's interest. And if you do well, all of us go feel it.
If we vote, okay, let's take for Lagos now. We have GRV, Gbadebo Revival. We have someone running for re-election. We have
Doherty.
Doherty.
Is it Funke?
No, Jando.
No, Doherty, ADC. Jandor.
Jandor. We have all of them. If anyone will enter, whether you talk, say this person na Igbo or na Yoruba, it doesn't count. If the person walk, make Lekki Expressway smooth, you go pass the road.
Or if you dey inside the traffic, you go just hear everybody that is Igbo just say, honke, and you will disappear.
And you will disappear.
From the
Our passport
traffic.
is even the same color. When we are traveling.
Sorry,
the same traffic.
What you are saying now right now is that if an Igbo person is a
No.
governor in Lagos State or
No, what he's saying
okay.
is that if anybody
I
that
just want
becomes
to
a
be clear.
governor and the
But
person
why
does.
can't anybody be a governor anywhere?
But see,
Yeah.
No, the problem is is the state of origin now.
do you
I just
know what
want
I
to
meant?
say
Can't
something.
anybody be a governor
You
anywhere?
won't be able
State
to
of
communicate with
origin
the
is a
market
problem.
women with the normal people in their
No,
language.
is it him that
You
will be
won't
going
be
to talk
able-
to the market people?
But you should be able to communicate with your people.
Do you understand?
But you need to be able
can't
to
you?
communicate with the
Obama went from
people.
Kenya. Just give an example.
Don't
to
wait.
I
the
believe you'll be
president
able
of
to
America.
communicate with people.
In
You
our
speak English
constitution
now.
as good
Not
as
everybody
good TikTok.
understands.
That's our official language.
But not everybody understands.
But it's our official
Not
language.
everybody is educated. What are we going to
If
do
the
about
president
that?
is speaking to Nigerians, what language does he speak?
Okay, English
he speak
language.
Hausa? What
English
is
language.
English
But
language?
they sub the people that are meant to help the
No,
president in communicating with the least
good.
set of
I
people.
understand you.
How are you going to communicate?
understand you,
Igbo man
good.
can't go and communicate in
I
Hausa land to
understand
Hausa
you
people.
good.
How
The
would they
impact-
get
the-
that?
There's translation now.
But why will you go through that when you can get somebody that understands?
Did he use different languages to tell us our
he use
president?
different language?
He used different languages. He spoke Igbo.
Even
He spoke Igbo. No.
I never chairman not speak Hausa.
not speak
Take
am.
all result. Even
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, no,
what I'm
it's the
saying
same
right
thing.
now, you have to think about. I understand where you guys are coming from. Okay, I understand it. But me, I would prefer a Yoruba person in a Yoruba land.
So you will not-
Hold on, let me finish, please. Do not interrupt me. I would prefer a Yoruba person in a Yoruba land to come and rule because there are other people that are not well educated to understand English. Even though English is an official language, I understand Yoruba people that understand that okay, this is where our problem is from to communicate with the market.
What is their problem?
To release people.
Their problem is not because
they will
see,
understand what they want
have a-
very
see,
well.
your
Me
point-
thinking you should get a translator, that's too long.
Your point is valid.
Get the people
Wait,
that
let me
you
even-
know.
let me
even come
Get
in,
the
please.
people that you know will be able
Let
to
me-
understand
let me even-
your tribe very well. Igbo person, Yoruba person can go to Igbo land
let me
to
even-
say that they want to start talking to the market women. They won't be able
Let
to
me-
communicate.
let me even tell you
have
something.
to get an Igbo man to talk to them and to rule to be able to.
No, but
Yeah,
because
let
you
me
speak
say-
the same
let me say
language, you
something,
cannot
please, before I lose
solving
it.
the
No,
problem.
not
Speaking the same
everybody
language
is
does not mean you are solving the
educated.
problem.
Let me say something before I
No,
lose
at
it,
least you
please.
will know their problems.
But it doesn't mean you will solve the
will
problem.
know,
Let me say
but
something
you will
before I
know
lose
their
it.
problems as somebody that
Let
comes
me-
from the
let me
same
say
area.
something
But it
before I
doesn't
lose
mean
it.
you will solve the problem.
But you'll be able to communicate.
For example, wait.
You'll
for,
be able to
for
communicate.
For example, so Novens,
I'm not saying somebody
So-
that is one leg in one leg. I can't rule.
So-
the
so-
place,
so-
half Igbo, half Yoruba.
so-
You,
so-
as far as you have a tie with them, you'll be able to communicate and be
Novens,
able to
let
get
me
where
just
the
quickly
problem
say
is
something.
from.
Now, what is clear? So long as Nigeria is concerned, the law, you can aspire to public office anywhere you are resident in Nigeria.
And has
Wait,
it ever
I'm
happened
coming.
before like that?
Yes, it has. I'm coming. I'm going somewhere.
Okay, I want
in
to
the
know an
in the
example.
Nigerian
Why
law.
would you say during the army time, an Igbo man is a governor?
Baba, wait. May I make my point?
Really?
Yes.
May I make my point?
I've never.
May I make my point? Let me make my point. In the Nigerian law, you can aspire to public office anywhere you are a resident and you have spent a considerable period of time. If you're a card-carrying member of a political party and you want to exercise your right to suffrage and you are chosen by the political party and you are presented as a candidate, you can aspire to any office.
Okay.
Now, what I think the problem is members of the political class who use this as a tool to divide the people further. And this is really very simple. When we talk about the problems that people are faced with, our problems are the same. Our problems have no ethnic coloration.
No
like, for
gender.
example, when we talk about the number of out-of-school children that is pushing to nearly 20 million, these children are not out of school because they are Yoruba, they are Igbo, they are Hausa. These children are out of school because of the failure of government to address that problem. Now, I spoke about federal government colleges and how people move from different places
Unity
to
schools.
live outside in these unity schools, and they got the very best of education. While we understand that this has become a problem, the reason why it has become a problem is because of the emphasis on the state of origin. And people use it because they believe that they would win elections when they segregate and discriminate against people. And it's a major problem. For example,
And guess what? It's been working.
when Nedu mentioned about addressing the problems of traffic in Lagos, and he gave the example of people in traffic, I said that if you are in traffic, whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa,
You face it.
you cannot recite a particular magic word and then you disappear.
No.
Everyone is faced with that same problem.
Okay.
For example, when we talk about police brutality and how young people were stereotyped and faced that problem in Lagos, it wasn't about where they were from or across Nigeria. It was basically because some people stereotyped you because of how you were dressed, how you spoke, and maybe the gadgets that you use. So I think that it is important to emphasize that this misconception or this perception and this negative stereotypes that politicians who cannot win popular elections, these stereotypes that they push and this agenda that they try to promote in our society is a major problem, and it is something that we need to address and find lasting solutions to.
Trying to even talk about somebody being a governor of a particular state where
Where they are not from.
the person. Are we forgetting that there are dialects? I'm from Abia. And even in Abia, that we have Igbo.
In the Ngwa can they say Ngwa
Do you understand? Even in
Abia cannot do
Abia, there
this
are
one.
some. We have dialects. We have Ebriba. We have Item. We have Ngwa. We have people that an Ngwa person can be speaking, and I won't even understand where they are going.
And you are from the
I
same
think-
Abia.
Yes, but then our governor now is from Ngwa, and I am from Item. And I have to understand because that's where grassroots comes in. You reach out to the people at the
That is why you have
grassroots
local
with the
government
people
chairman.
that can speak
Chairman,
their
rather.
language.
And like, for example, the Osisioma flyover, when the man complete after how many years, when other people never do. You don't need to speak one language to pass that flyover.
Okay, do you know
and
that
it
in
has
Aba?
eased
Can I tell
traffic
you
in
an
that
experience?
area.
Can I tell you an
I'm
experience?
really, really
Can I tell you an
confused.
experience? I live in Aba. Do you know
Okay.
that in Abia State they call Aba a no man's land? Because Aba is like where
I know why- I know why-
everybody
Cosmopolitan.
I know why I brought this thing up that made Tone say what she said. Now, why I brought this thing up is the whole debate all around social media of saying that the candidate for the Labour Party that he has Igbo affiliation.
No, that one is even wrong.
Eh?
I said that
It's
one is
wrong.
even wrong.
You understand?
That is
That
a
he has-
Yoruba man.
It is Yoruba man that he has Igbo
Lineage.
affiliation. That was why I was saying. That was why I said what I said. That he has Igbo affiliation. So therefore, why can an Igbo man come and rule Lagos? Like, see, first things first. He's a Yoruba man. What is his name? Badebo.
Badebo. It's too deep.
Rod-
This is too
Badebo.
deep.
Not be Femio.
Badebo.
Badebo. Now, the
Deep.
thing is, whether he's Yoruba,
No be even
or
just saying be Yoruba, him be Saleko.
he's Bisaleko. Whether he's Yoruba or not, we're not trying to say, okay, this person
Now
is Yoruba.
proper Lagosian,
It's
no.
proper Lagosian.
Some people
that's
wey
what me, I
some
want
people
to
wey some people
understand.
wey no even be Lagosians. They talk saying be,
You understand?
and that's the truth. Some people that are from Ogun State, for example. You are from Ogun State. You look at somebody who is a proper Lagosian and say because he has Chinedu in his name, he's this, he's that.
this, he's
That
that.
is the major problem.
That's the
And that's
problem.
what she has explained.
That's the
I
problem.
just said that in Enugu State, where I come from, a party leader was saying that a governorship candidate's grandfather is from Ebonyi State. and so he cannot become governor. It's a problem that has eaten deep, and yet all of us are facing the same problems that don't know Enugu.
We are not ready.
That don't know Ebonyi. That don't know Abia.
So the constitution allows it, right, for us to cross over.
It's Nigeria.
Yes.
One Nigeria.
So,
But it is in
so
the
that
practice that
means-
people deliberately set
forget
these
what
Do you
traps
know the funny
and
thing?
use it
Do you
to
know
create problems.
I'm actually one of like the few people that actually do not know about it. So I'm happy that I'm bringing this up that I don't know about it. So other people out there too
See,
that don't
it
know
has
about
gotten-
it, they'll be able to talk about it. Now that I know that, see, now it's for us as an individual to educate ourselves
We're not
further,
ready.
so that we'll be
Honey,
knowing
honey,
the
facts,
problems,
facts,
the facts, the
facts,
things that
facts,
won't.
facts.
Honey, listen to me. You see what Chukwu dey talk we say we dey deceive ourselves, we never ready. I 158% agree. You see, as this is the way you talk so now, where maybe best if you just cut this part, we'll talk this and cut this part, compose that part, we cut and say, oh, now I know. Trust me, in the comment section, people
will
say,
drag
leave her
you.
like that. Feel it, bend, feel it, bend.
Yeah.
We don't want.
There are
So,
people that are not
we're
ready
not
to
ready.
learn.
Go back to what we are saying, man. Also, material was saying, and we're all saying at the Honest Bunch here. Look, whether light or not day, now everybody light or not day for. Whether road they bad, now it they
Everybody
bad to
feel it.
everybody. If I'm robber enter here now, you no go ask you who be Igbo, who
Or
be
if
Yoruba.
bandits come.
Or if bandits
The
come.
AK-47, they pick out ethnic group.
AK-47.
Oh,
We have
this is
ethnic
Igbo.
repellents.
Don't shoot
We
him.
have ethnic bullets
You
repellents.
understand? We have ethnic bullet repellent. No, it doesn't work like that. So is it this tribalism? See, I believe every position should be attained. Not attained. You can attain any position you want to. Every position should be given by merit. The same thing goes for whether you're a music artist and you're too good, your music too sweet. Whether you are Igbo, Hausa, or Ishekiri, or Efik, and you are in Lagos, a Yoruba state, it shouldn't matter. As long as the person good, song sweet, keletum, kele, is sweet, play it. Make we know you see it.
Or if no verse, Baba, I want this one because shout out to my landlord. Even if you be tenant, because the first person when I first meet now the agent tell me one or two things. I say make I even follow this person relate, and I don't know if it's because of exposure because he resides in Canada. He told me he has parameters, and that parameters in they use they judge human beings, and some of those parameters now something when me say I don't learn till today. First, in one know whether that place when being owned, you go see them as your own.
As your
too.
own, yeah.
So that tomorrow, you know, go can't get problems with you. Good. Then the next, in one know whether you go fit continue for that particular place. So that no problems go there. Then number 3, he gets some questions when he asks me when I come look, say, who is this guy? Because he told me, see, outright, he tell me, and he get one other person when they the compound, when carry my matter go inside. He no say the man go still come back to me. And he came back to me and I explained, he didn't even say too much. But in his action subsequently, I knew that he gave me the opportunity to explain myself and he was, you know, in the best position to judge our characters and he can't decide, say, this person, they do this thing deliberately. Because he kept saying that the guy go come tell and say, we come from the same place. We do this, we do that, we do this, we do that. He be like, say, you they favor this other person. And he can't talk, say, the money when you they pay, not even reach waiting this person they pay.
Pay me.
And not be you they pay for this person. So why he be say all these stories they come, Monday story go come, Wednesday story go come, Friday story go come, Sunday story go come. Wouldn't exactly be the problem when you get with this person? So I think first off, if as a people we understand, say that thing go day. Maybe once the person speak your language, you go feel soft spot for that person. Or you get some things where you dey look out for, you go feel am. We need to also be conscious to say, why this thing fit affect me? You know, be say you go talk, say, no, I no go fit fall. You have to be very, very careful so that whether unconsciously, you don't get sucked into it.
Talking about this rent one, I want to see a Nigeria, Lagos, Kaduna, anywhere, where it be say, na merit you go take get everything. Like I said, if your music is good, it should be played. More not lie. You get some of our A-list artists, when it be say, then go they play their song, we come from particular side of the town, where then go they play their song back to back. The song be like soup where they use like they cook. But because of say them play them over and over and over and over, whether if I know it in happen, you don't begin like the song. Whether somebody now from Yoruba tribe or Igbo or Efik, if you be tenant and the person fee pay you and the person fee pay rent and keep the compound as in own, give am rent. Person can't look for work for your office, sir. It's about who will add value to your business. It's not better, no. He get one
No verse. It's not
Come back,
it's
come
okay,
back
it's
home,
okay.
come,
It's
come.
okay.
Come back.
So truth is, like Nedu said, this is a conversation we would have over and over, not because it's election season, not because we define topic.
Sorry.
Okay.
I have to talk about a particular tribe.
Okay.
And this is not me being tribalistic in
That's
any
fine.
way. I won't mention what tribe it is, but they always feel like they're on top of Nigeria and they rule Nigeria. This particular
The
tribe,
Hausa people.
I don't know what tribe. Organi, don't go put me for trouble.
It's true.
This
Now, it's
particular
general, it's
tribe,
general knowledge.
they are actually putting all other tribes against each other like this, and we don't say it. Because when you go to their own side, deep down, everything there works. Everything there works. You enter and you are like, am I still in this same Nigeria? Meanwhile, outside of that box, other tribes, they are fighting against each other. They are talking, they are moving. If anything should happen today, if Nigeria should separate, that tribe, they are good. They are good. They are standing on their own. They are making the connections, everything. But we remaining people, we are fighting against something that we are not meant to fight.
Each other.
No,
We are fighting against things we are not meant to fight against. Just
don't
hold
be
that
angry.
piece of
Let me
information.
add something to it. I think that it is a group of people that are taking advantage.
Yes.
But
Yes.
they are in the
Yes.
same
Be-
distance.
yeah,
It's
because
still one tribe.
because the truth is, do you know that when we even if we
a
look
group
at
of people.
if we talk about, for example, if we talk about
There are some Igbo people that are in that same group.
They are not.
no, it's
I will
about
tell you after
interest.
the
Yeah,
show.
no,
I will
I-
tell you after. I will tell you.
okay.
I know one particular one
See.
that you know that is in that group.
So see, there are two classes of people, good and bad.
That's all.
And it is not subject to party affiliation,
That's all.
ethnic background, or religion difference. Yes, I'm telling you, this is when I tell you now. I
Yes.
know why I'm saying this
Yes.
because, for example, if we look at all the challenges that people are faced with, I don't believe that there is any ethnic group in Nigeria today that if you are
doesn't
looking
have
for
good
people
people or bad
who are
people.
dealing
It
with
get
who are
one-
dealing with poverty, for example,
You will not see.
that you will not see
E get
any
one-
tribe in
e
Nigeria.
get one part of tribalism where we not talk. We not sit down too much inside. And we've mentioned it a bit when Nasboy was here. Is marriage.
Marriage. That's
Marriage,
what I was
yeah.
saying.
Is marriage. Is another. you see
That's
this
the worst
you see-
of
you
it
see
all.
this tribalism thing. It is something that we will need to keep talking about. The sensitization over and over and over again.
Again.
Let me. I go back to what I talk. It might sound too. And why will you be saying this? When you dey fuck somebody, you know, whether na Hausa you dey chook prick inside or na Yoruba, you go still come. No is no. You will still come back. So the truth is, can we stop this? Or
Let's spoil their
anybody
gen.
that only adds value to you is who you should be with.
Be with.
That's all.
Shout
Whether
out
the
to-
person is Hausa or Igbo or
Shout
Yoruba.
out- shout
Let's spoil their gen.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Sheriff. Shout out to Sheriff Sadiq.
Yeah.
My friend, a bosom friend of mine, who is not in Nigeria at the moment, he not relocated to a family. You know, say, me and Sheriff Sadiq close to the point where we say, then they call me Sadiq Igbo. He's from Ibonwa in Ekpe. I don't wear Ashwebi, follow them, go do Ileya for Ekpe. My friend don't para give him mama because they no give me meat. This is when I tell you, no be joke. Anybody will know me and Sheriff for a solo. Now only me, if he tell Sheriff, say make him stop. If he starts in craze, now only me. Shout out to Bashiru Balogun, my friend of over 9 years. And no be say I no get friends. I just they mention them to understand, say, now about the value when your friend they
about
add
the
you.
value.
No be where the person come from.
Don't let these people
you
use
know,
you.
You know what's funny? I think counter many times me and Bashiru don't quarrel. And the quarrel now say, maybe something happen. He no one agree for me, I no one agree for them. Now we say we fight, or we vex, or we no talk to each other. Or I call tell and say, make him they go and go.
You where they talk. The workers where they for my house. Different tribes now in my house.
I mean,
Yes.
Different tribes now be the workers where they for my house.
I'm usually in awe when I see an Igbo Muslim.
Yeah,
I see them
have
a couple
a friend
of
that
times.
shares
If
Chioma.
Abdul
I'm
Aziz
excited
Ude-
when I
Another
see them.
Yes, her name is Chioma.
When I see an Igbo
Igbo
Muslim,
Muslim.
I'm in
Chioma
awe.
Nene.
I want to hug
I'm
them. Like,
Muslim
how
is
do
Arafat.
you
Another
do this?
tribalism thing.
It's beautiful.
Another tribalism
Really, really
thing. Another
beautiful.
tribalism thing and religion, which is it still goes back to the same way. Look, as I did so, I would want to say, okay, I'm married to a Muslim.
Right to religion.
I'm married to a Hausa Muslim. Because it's not every Hausa that is a Muslim.
Yeah, not every else.
You also need to understand that. I can say I'm married to an Hausa Muslim. Let it just be only who gives you peace and adds value to you. It's not about whether this person is Shekiri, oh, not marry Calabar people, oh, not marry Woody girls, so they know they stay for house. No, Woody girls are very, very promiscuous. They are very terrible people.
Igbo girls will break your heart.
Don't marry Igbo girls. Igbo girls will break your heart. They love money too much. No, but does that mean you don't have good Igbo girls? They are wonderful Igbo girls. It means say you not get Yoruba girls. We like money. Don't like money.
I like money.
So I think that
They should not use us as a tool. Don't make yourself be used
I'm an
as a tool.
advocate of intertribal marriage as well.
These people they are getting what they want by using you, and you are there suffering. Don't let them use you as a tool to hurt your next sister or next brother. It's the same flesh, you breathe the same air.
I see this. Don't let them use you. I don't know whether it's part of what we are talking about. It's not part of what we're talking about, but let me say, don't let them. It's part. Okay, no, I want to say what I want to say. I don't know if it's part of our conversation. Don't let them use you to since we're rounding up and leaving. It's about also election we don't pass. The presidential election I'm talking about, we don't pass. A lot of people made permanent enemies.
Yeah, permanent ones.
A lot of people made permanent enemies because I no support who you they support. I see different comments, and this election has really opened my eyes. I now see a lot of people differently. And the person that you are seeing differently because the person don't know you come. You are hating another person that might tomorrow add value to you.
I get what they mean, but it's because they put their
emotion.
No, they put everything, like they put all their trust in that person. Like, why do you have to do that? Be on your own. Stand on your own. This is what we are talking about. Don't let them use you as a tool. Have your own opinion as an individual. Don't let another person's opinion or whatever
they do. And it might also
do
be because they feel that this person is doing it for their own personal interest, which is always material.
I made a few enemies. I blocked some people this period, yes. If you want to support you, support the person on your status. Don't come into my message to come and laugh or to come and say, see these people. Your people have done this. I will block you.
Sorry.
After
why do you have to live on another person's
opinion? After the presidential election, I tweeted something. I said, I'm not Igbo. I'm not Hausa. I'm not Fulani. I'm not Yoruba. I'm a Nigerian.
Thank you.
Do you know that some people, even in my, as I tweeted, I cannot count, if I not count how many DMs I get where they insult me, I count up to 60 DMs for Twitter.
Even as diplomatic.
Then for Instagram, I know how many Igbo people where if they see me, they feel choke me knife. Why will you say that? You're a Biafra. I'm like, yo, I'm a Nigerian. I'm a fucking Nigerian, bro. If war there for Nigeria, no bullets no go check whether you be Biafran or from
for example, we even use ourselves to example. Look at the Honest Bunch podcast. We are number one.
Number one, period.
Every week we are on top of the chart. It's not because of where we are from. It's because of the capacity and our capability and what we deliver.
When we are not shooting, when we are absent, we are still trained.
Look at the people commenting. Look at our niche audience. It's not because of, you don't come here because this is who we are or where we are from. It is because of what we give to you. And every time we strive to be better so that you can keep coming to us. This our relationship will not spoil. Political party will not separate us. Religion will not divide us. Tribe will not scatter us. We will continue to grow from strength to strength.
As we're living, let me hand over to Osman. But as we're living, please, just like Don said, when you wake up every morning, tell yourself that you will not be used for religion, bias, or ethnic. Tell yourself that you will not. I refuse to be used either by your mother or your pastor self.
Yeah.
Or even your
religious leaders.
Your religious leaders. Tell yourself that you will not be used by either of these people. Because what did they take the divide us? Religion and ethnicity. If you can work on these two things, tell yourself that I will not be used. If you can tell yourself constantly, I will not be used, I will not be used, I will not be used, automatically, psychologically, you go begin see other people.
You go feel they ask questions. I think this is what, let's just hold hands.
Change
let's
starts
just hold
with
hands.
you. Change
so remember, this
is
refreshed by Pastor Bitas. And you know, we have a community on Gamic. So continue the conversation with us on our platform on Gamic.
If you insult me, I will insult you.
No, don't insult us. So after the count of 3, let's end with this song.
If you insult me, give me your house address.
After the count of 3, we are fighting tribalism. Let's end with song 1, 2, 3.
Here
we stand as a people. Shout out to Timmy Dakolo.
Suffered during this election. A word that suffered the lot during this election.
What? Bigot.
Bigot.
Big on top,
Bye-bye.
Jesus.